Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simul. Yeah, so you can say we got 3 turns live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
On the ready.
52.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down now. It's Freeman, and nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Down, 30 base.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even did it.
Off the play fake. Nix airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Check pass. Check pass.
5.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Send over.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
at the Falcons.
Hey, Haywood!
2nd and 9 now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that
and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw from his end zone. Nix looking deep looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on 1st down. Nix. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Nix. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Aaron, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You ready? 52. It's a party now. It's a party now. Now.
They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Nix. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Nix. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Looking here, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Von Bell. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now this throw caught left side. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 26-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, let's go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
60 out now.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Bowman. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Back to throw here. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
You better be ready. Look at me. Go.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and 5. The quick slant caught. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Running right, this is Freeman. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Off the play fake, Nix. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 30 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ferguson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Rock it. Go.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Ready, break.
Check. Watch 54. Got one.
Get it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They try the fake field goal. It doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Set. Bravo. 60 outlaw. Yo. Go.
Two's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Leo. He's driven.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And partner, I must say...